Hello, family. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video. Guys, thanks to all of our subscribers, new ones, old ones, the guys who've been here from day one. I appreciate you guys. You know we talk about what we talk about here: making money, making money, making money. Okay, guys. And today the market came back with a strong right hook, uppercut, and made back the money we lost the other day. Okay. Was the other day or yesterday? Yesterday, whatever day it was. I try not to keep up with that stuff because I try not to be stressed about my portfolio because I know we make the best choices for our portfolio. And now our portfolio is in good hands, Lord. Yes. Okay. As you guys can see, I'm excited. Okay. Guys, this is not financial advice. If you do use this as financial advice, you do it at your own free risk, okay? Because over here, I just talk about my portfolio and my portfolio alone. That's the only thing I talk about. And I'm 52 years old, so guys, I'm not quite as old as I look. I got my good days and my bad days, but today look like maybe, I think it's the gray. I think it's the gray. But you know what? Let's get down to business. Okay, guys, let's look at this thing here. You can see it's not as bad as it was yesterday. And the stock market ended the day winner across the board. NASDAQ, S&P 500, Dow. Everybody did good today. Okay? So you can see Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan Chase, Tesla, Google, Apple, and NVIDIA, ExxonMobil, CVX, Amazon, Netflix. They all did good today. Okay? The only guys that didn't do so well, Waste Management, Visa, Costco, United Health, IBM, Broadcom, Microsoft, and Meta. And of course, you guys can see cats and other guys in there. Okay, so let's take a look at some crypto. Crypto is still finding a way back. Okay, at some point this thing went up and it went back down. So crypto's gonna be okay. Okay, crypto going to be okay. That's all I can say. If you invest in crypto, guys, you're gonna be okay. The stock market do its thing, crypto does its thing. Okay, but one thing I want to say, we're gonna get to that later. But as you can see, the market is doing all right. I just cleaned my computer up so you probably could see a lot of pop-ups and stuff um, coming in because it started to run slow. I got to clean it up and stuff like that. And this thing is still be running hot. I don't know what's going on. I might have to do some more scans and stuff on it and see if there's some other stuff in there that I can get to. But guys, this is crypto. Okay, enough of crypto. As you can see, crypto is doing okay. It goes up and down. I think I'm gonna have to have one of those portfolio, just a account where I just use to like buy crypto when it's high, and then when it looks like it's gonna go down, or when I get to that high, then I'll sell and just kind of wait until it looks like it's going back down. When it gets down to that low point, and I'll buy back. So I mean, we'll see. It's going to be maybe a couple $100 in that portfolio, so it's going to take a while to do anything in that portfolio. But the way the crypto market go up and down, I think it's a good thing to start. Okay, so yesterday, this thing was down a few $100, right? And then extended hour, we made over half of the money back. And then today, we made all the money back. So all the things were down yesterday, we made back. Now, I did buy a couple of things. I think I sold, if not all, most of my curve positions that I had. And all of my positions I had that was curve positions, all of them in this portfolio, maybe except for one, were down like $2. But everything else was up. Let me see. This might be one of them. No, I don't think so. But everything else was up. And I was like, okay, I got rid of that. Now, there's a couple other things I want to sell out of my portfolio. Um, this guy XPay is one of them that I've been thinking about. I want to sell. I bought some more WPay over here. So as you can see, the account went down. I bought some PLTY. Also, I bought some this BLOX. I bought some of that because it was down. So I was like, let me buy a little bit. As you can see, we in the green, almost 2%. WPay is down, but it's going to come back up. This right here is one of those round held positions, but this one took a licking. I think it has something to do with Microsoft. Uh, or is it MSTR? MSTR. I forgot. I can say Microsoft. This is the M. But it's not down too bad, right? It's not down too bad. Total return is $11 in the negative. Today we got back $2. You can see, right? What up? I only got 1.3 shares. So total market value is still down. Okay, on compared to what I pay. Um, but eventually we're gonna get back up there. You know, it's a slow process. I don't know why I said Microsoft. I'll be tripping sometimes, but it is what it is, guys. And then I still have NVD, and I'm still in the positive. So that's the only reason I haven't sold out of it yet. And it's not a lot. It's like a few shares, 2.5 shares. Um, so we'll see how long I hold on to this before I sell. I mean, I'm still positive $2.34. But eventually I want to sell out of this. Maybe I'll sell out of this and put that into PLTY. But because it don't cost that much, so I mean it's like 2 shares or 2.5 shares, $40. I can't even buy 1 share of PLTY with that. So we'll see if I just use that to hold it till it goes down to the shits like the rest of them, or um, you know, collect those 50 cents, $1 every month or so from that. It's not a lot, but it's something for a small portfolio. So we shall see. Guys, today, I don't know if I said you guys that, but this portfolio, you can see we already up 300 and what's that, $35 and change. And then in my other portfolio, right now, we move most of the portfolios together. So things are looking up, right? Things are looking up, right? We are up $6,000 today, almost $6,500 a day in the other portfolio. So that's good. All of my portfolios are up today. Every last one of them. Okay. And another thing, guys, I didn't call today. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait because come Monday, we're gonna have more money into the portfolio. I got money coming in the portfolio on Monday. Hopefully that should be enough. I don't know. It wouldn't be enough, but it's gonna bring down my margins, right? So it's definitely gonna bring down my margins in my big boy portfolio. Right now, I think we about, no, I don't think, I'm going to verify that. Hold on one second. Right now, we about 98.74% of my account is my money. So right now, we're only using less than 2%. So we're using like a 1.26% of margins, guys. That's good. Okay. So I got 98.74% equity in my portfolio. The other 1.26% is margins. So I say, you know what? I'm not buying nothing. Even if the market go down, I'm not buying nothing. I'm gonna wait till the money come in, right? So maybe I figure next week when we collect the distribution next week, depending on how much money comes into the portfolio and depending on how much the portfolio grows, right? That should be enough next week to pay off that 1 point something percent or debt for margins. So once we get to that point, then I can call and be like, okay, I want to remove margins from my portfolio. Because if I keep saying this, I don't know if the people, new guys, you guys don't get it or not, but if I can remove the margin from my portfolio, that meaning every time I take distribution from my portfolio to pay my bills, which now that I don't have a job, come next week, right? And thank God I was able to pay, well, not all of my bills, but I paid most of my bills this month so far. I think I got maybe 5 more things to pay for this month, and all of my bills in the United States will be paid. And then we'll focus on the bills in Colombia starting next week. But guys, your boy is doing good. So I figured I was like, if I can pay all of the bills this month, right, and I don't have to touch my portfolio, my distribution from my portfolio in December, right, is when maybe December or January, depending on how the money comes, right? December or January when I would need to pull cash out of my portfolio, guys. So that means after after we remove margins from my portfolio, right? My portfolio should not take any hit as far as the income that I will that the money that is in the portfolio right now, because once we get distributions for the whole month, right? I'm not going to buy anything else until we get out of margins. So either we'll do that next week before I leave, or we're going to do it the week I come back from Africa to get out of margins. Boom. So once we get that done, that means the whole month of November, all of the money that coming into November will sit there. So come December, right? If I need to pull cash from my portfolio to pay bills, right? I will have at least no minimum less than $5,000 or $10,000 sitting there that I can start paying my bills come December or January, whenever that is. Um, so that's the plan. Okay, that's the plan for now, right? And I figure this is my thought process. I'm like, if I can do that for 3 to 6 months and still have a little bit of money in my portfolio, that would bring down my level of stress even more. So well, okay, well, it's possible. I mean, it's possible. Looking at it, it is possible. I would have to cut back on a few things, right, and pay off a few things before the end of the year, and make my life a little bit more easier, right, guys? So right now, as you can see, the income for the next 12 months is $157,000, which is more than what I'm making my regular job, right? $157,000, $285. Okay, this is the income across the board. Now, of course, next week this might change because now we're gonna have a clear picture of how things are gonna be starting next month. So this amount might change. It might go up, it might go down, but this will give you guys an idea on you know how much money we'll be expecting in the portfolio. So the cash management portfolio, this thing finally updated. Um, it's showing that we're down. So I don't know. That's the only thing. Sometimes I have issues with this thing. It already do what it need to do. It's showing we're down $72 dollars, right? Um, but in the portfolio, it's not down $72. So, but it is what it is, guys. Okay. But right now we're still under 6,000. So I believe once the contributions start to come into the portfolio, this amount should go up maybe a couple of $1,000s. I'm not sure. Okay, but it should go up maybe a couple of thousand to where we'll be receiving at least $500 in this portfolio. Now the goal is to get this thing up, right, to at least $600, $700, but $1,000 a month should be enough to cover the car payment. So I might have to put another $5,000 in this account, so back to be where it will be back at the $15,000 limit, and that will be enough to make the car payment and maybe pay the insurance or some other stuff. Also, um, you remember I had to put $2,500 into this portfolio, um, and of course this portfolio was down today. I just showed you guys we're down a little bit. It's back up, but of course this thing haven't updated yet. This right here, the portfolio is still down, but it back up. I did sell some of the curve positions out of here and bought a couple of things like I said in there earlier, but we are getting there. Okay. And this annual income, I don't know, all this should change next month once these things adjust, right? It might take it a couple of days to adjust at the beginning of the month. Once you start receiving dividends for the new month, it will adjust based on for the rest of the month, and that might change, go up or down. That's why sometimes I don't like to. I rather just use the tracker as a way for you guys to see, right? I know a lot of people use spreadsheet. I'm too lazy to be putting all this stuff into spreadsheets. That's not me. So I use this instead to kind of help motivate you guys to see, hey, if you have a small portfolio, if you got the same amount of yield, right? If you got a small portfolio, you got the same amount of yield, you got an idea what, annual income you can expect, okay? This portfolio got about $15,000 in this 15, almost $20,000 in it right now. But the rest of the money is in margin, so of course you cannot see. It's not showing all of that stuff yet, but eventually it will update. And the income is not bad. So we have almost $15,000 invested. We have $10,000 annually. I'm not complaining, okay? And you can see the yield is crazy high. So at some point it's gonna update, right? To get back to where we need to be. All right. So let's go back over here and go to the income and get the full picture of the income. This is the last day of the month. Okay. This is the last day of the month. This thing is still, you see, you got like the 25th, 25, 25, 25, 26, whatever. 25, 25, 25, 26, 26 is, I don't know what that means. Guys, if you guys use this is the first time I'm really paying attention to that. Do you guys know what this means? Or does it mean in the last day? I don't know. I've never really paid attention to that before, right? To see the day. I don't know. So I'm not even gonna guess, but maybe I need to send them an email so they can break it down, or they might have some explanations in the education portion. But guys, this is where we are right now, right? Estimated average income 11,000. So next month we're looking at 10.5. Like I said, if we do 10.5, I would be ecstatic. Okay, if we do 10.5, I'll be good. We might be able to do more than that. I mean, but it just depends on how good the market does, and depending on how much money coming back to the portfolio. Um, but we'll see. Okay. Now this is the breakdown where we are this month. We made a little bit more money in this portfolio, and then next month you can see the number drop down. But we need more money coming to this portfolio, because this is where hopefully we can start pulling the car payment out of where I don't have to go into this portfolio. When we get to that point where we just pull in the car payment and have extra money to invest in this portfolio, $300-400 after we make the car payment, I would be so happy, because that means we don't have to pull cash from here to pay car payment, and that means the extra money can go to something else, pay bills, pay other bills. Okay, so that's where we are right now. And also this portfolio here, as you can see, it's still, the high is 1,000, right? The average is $7,782. The low is $699. So we still got ways to go, but at some point we're gonna get there, right? Work in progress. I would be glad when this thing start putting out $1,000 a month, across the board. And guys, right now I don't need to pull cash out of this thing. The tuition for my daughter is getting paid by me directly out of this other portfolio, because that's where we transfer the initial cash to. So for now, for the rest of this year, and maybe, her mom going to pay second semester. So come next year, I don't have to pay that tuition. Her mom paying second semester, hopefully. She'll come and say, I ain't got no money. Because I'll be like, I ain't got no money, I ain't got no job. So we will see how that goes. Hopefully her mom take care of it as she's been doing. And I will be in good shape, because that means it gives me more time to build up this portfolio, to get it up over the $1,000 mark. That way, we I just do a payment plan with the school. I just pay her tuition in, instead of paying the whole thing out. But can you imagine when this thing start generating that much money and we're not investing all of it, right? Well, because we might invest all of it till I'll be like, well, when you go back to school for summer, for school, because I can't keep up with that. But she tell me, I could be like, okay, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 months, right, to make the payment. So that way, without, when you schedule the payments, you have to pay like a fee for that. So I would prefer to just pay it all off. If I have to pull money from the other account, I'll do that. And then let this thing continue to do what it does. Okay, let it grow. Because eventually, once she gets out of school, while she got to go get her doctorate, go to law school. Hopefully, this can help her also and take care of, every her schooling in Colombia. Eventually, I think about it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna do invest in real estate, buy some land and stuff like that. That's the goal. But sometimes, like, you know what? Instead of buying it right now, let's put this money back into the portfolio and let's not worry about tenants and generate that extra $1,000, $2,000 a month for the next couple of years. That might be easy to buy some land, but I don't know. We'll see how that's gonna go. Also, you see right here, the income level right now is at 14,000, and and the same thing goes across the board for my people. Portfolio right now, the income for the next 10 years, 1.2 million, and we look at the uh, so guys, 5 years, almost $500,000, and this thing gonna grow. It's gonna go as we collect those dividends. We're still gonna be building this stuff. Even if we're investing $100 a month, $200 a month, we're still gonna be buying back into the portfolio. And me having an extra month that you know that I have to pay bills and stuff. All right, guys. So that's where we at. Right, 500,000 in 5 years. So I think we're doing good. We're getting back on track. Hopefully everything stay consistent to where your boy can retire early. Once again, guys, thanks for watching. Invest in your future because you never know when it can lay you off. Okay, guys, and you'll be stuck without a job. So stay blessed. We're gonna do this again tomorrow when we talk about income coming for this week. Peace, love, and hair grease. Deuces.